and welcome back to Coffee and Chaos. I'm Alina, your host, and today we got Tom.
Take a deep breath.
I am because
Take it all in.
I should have prayed before this episode, and I
gave
didn't.
you a Valium.
And it's already starting. For those of you that this is your first time listening, I'm Alina Pineda, your host, and we have Tom in what I call the hot seat.
The hot seat.
Mm-hmm. And we have two beautiful ladies today. Yesenia, do you want me to call you Yaya? Or I call you Yaya.
You can call me Yaya.
I don't. Yesenia is like,
it's too much.
like your government name.
Yeah. Let's go with
I
it.
don't like when Tom calls you Yesenia. I'm like,
Like, who's that?
yeah.
No, Yaya's good.
Okay. Yeah. And then Daniela.
My government name.
Yep. Daniela's been on here quite a few times. Yeah, you've been on twice? 3 times? Twice? I know twice for sure.
Twice.
Twice,
This will
twice,
be my
okay.
third time.
Okay. Solomon, our lovely producer.
Oh, you're the second person to call me lovely today.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Got competition.
Yeah.
we got to beat him. How are you?
Oh, good.
Are you ready for this episode today?
Of course not. Well, I don't know what it is, so you guys didn't tell me.
Oh, we kind of told
We
you.
kind of told you.
You chimed
Oh,
in.
that
you
was
chimed
it?
in
That was
earlier.
it?
Yeah, that's what it's going to be about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For
All right.
educational purposes only. None of us are professionals but I think that people that experience life have more.
We're experienced.
Yeah, like people are like, well, you're not a therapist. Well, I didn't need to read a book to know that guy was a dumbass and I didn't marry him for a reason. Life tells. Oh, sorry, Tom.
What?
We learn,
Yeah.
Don't read the book again,
Yeah.
Close.
Close. All right. So, you ready? This was kind of Tom's topic. He really is feeling this one. I think it's a good one. Tom is
All right.
single, and in the single world, he's heard a lot of different. I think like on TikTok because I hear it too.
Right.
And of course, TikTok goes with your algorithm, right?
Exactly.
You like
Yeah.
one thing on TikTok,
It's going to run away.
and then so then you hear more and more of it. But the saying, when a woman says, "I don't need no man," that just irks his soul. Look at Yaya's laughing.
Is that really what your TikTok is stuck on? I'd be upset.
No, it's not just that.
I would be
hear
clearing that.
You can hear it
Yeah.
out in the world just talking to
Have
people.
you ever
Yeah.
had a
Yeah.
woman actually look at you and say that? I don't
Not
think
necessarily.
so.
No.
Okay. Because I'd be like, well, girl, bye. Like if I showed up on a date and I said that to a guy,
You would be the one to say
you
that.
would think I would?
Yes.
100%.
I do too.
Well,
She said it to me. That's why this conversation started.
Oh.
We were having a conversation and she brought it up.
So let me tell you, and this is why I had said what I said in the beginning, that none of us have college degrees and all. Over the last 10, 15 years, what I've learned is, unfortunately, when a woman says, "I don't need a man," I don't know if that's what they mean. I think it's a generalized statement. I used to say it 10 years ago all the time because I am so independent. But when I looked back on my whole life, I have 2 amazing grandpas, 2 amazing uncles, 2 amazing uncles. I have my father, who I love and adore, my sister's dad, who I just call dad, not my stepdad, who's amazing, right? So that's already a handful of men that have touched my life and are amazing. But I let that one man, my stepdad, who I called monster in my bed, ruin my whole life. I generalized him with all men.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was saying I don't need a man, that's not what I meant. What I meant was I didn't need him.
Right.
I didn't need that type of man, that man. I didn't want him. I couldn't stand him, right? So I allowed that for years to really rule me. So I did everything to not have to depend on a man. So that type of man didn't come near me, didn't come near my kids. But then having my own man, which is my son, I'm like, oh. Like I've healed, I've gone through life, and I love men. Like I really do. And I've healed so much that I don't need a man. I have men constantly in my life.
Right.
My sister's boys, my son, all my friends. My sister's dad was there today at my house. My little Mexican, I call him, fixed my roof. I got my roof done, Tom.
All right.
So I'm not going to be calling you this rainy season.
Okay.
But I called Tom when I needed I called Tom for the
I
rat
need
in the
your roof guy's
backyard.
number.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Yes.
I do need a man, but not in the way that people think. And I think that's where Tom and I
Well, I
get
think
upset.
for one, usually when the women say that is because of a bad experience with somebody,
Mhm.
right? So, and then two, though, a lot of them are saying it because financially they don't need the man anymore. So they've put themselves. So back in the day, a lot of women were stay-home moms, right? And they didn't have financial income, and so they had to put up with more shit from their man because they didn't have an easy way out. And so they're like, fuck that. Nowadays, they're like, I don't want to put myself in that situation. I want to have my own money to where I don't want a man to have control. I don't want to be, here we go. I don't want to be vulnerable.
Mhm.
So we said, oh, yeah, be vulnerable. Oh, you guys, you know, they don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to be put in that spot. They want this independence. But then go back to it, like when you're in a relationship, you're not independent.
Right.
You're dependent on each other. Like, hey, can you do this for me? Hey, I have to go pick up my mom's medication, but I told my sister I'd pick her up from the airport. Can you get over there and pick her up? And you're like, you got each other's back. Whatever it is, you guys are depending on each other to get whatever you got going on in life with your kids, with your family to get it done. So, you typically is coming from a place of, they dealt with a ex-husband that was an asshole that controlled the money, that didn't do,
He hit her. He cheated on
yeah,
her.
so
he
they're
come home
like,
drunk.
or even if they didn't do it, and they maybe saw it somewhere else. Their sister's husband, their whatever, right? They seen it, so now they have, or their tia, talking between the aunts and tias, and and they get this information, and sometimes they paint this view towards men, and
Right.
it looks bad, and so.
But do you understand sometimes why they have that view towards men? Because men they do hit women. They do cheat on women.
They do,
and
but
this is just a generalized statement.
Right,
We're not
right.
saying.
Yeah, I mean, they do, but then again, I don't say I don't need a woman because I know there's good ones there. So I don't put every woman in that general saying to say, hey, well, I don't need a woman because there's some bad ones there.
Yeah.
So I don't do that. And most men, I don't see when we're going to do this podcast, so I kind of went out and asked some questions. I kind of did my interviews, right?
Okay.
So I go to the gym a lot. So while I'm at the gym, I'm in the sauna.
With a bunch of guys on tetestosterone are like,
So
let's go.
not just that.
America needs a little more testosterone.
Not just that, but some younger guys, like 20, 23, 25, it's like, even women talking to younger. I thought maybe the younger women would have been like, yeah, though they don't have that view. And they think that some of the women that say that, oh, that's foolish. They didn't agree with that at all. And I was like, oh, shoot. So after talking to a lot of them, I realized usually it's one that's kind of been through life a little bit down the road and had a bad experience
Right.
that says that. It's not a young one just coming up and it's, and maybe if they've had a good dad and good uncles and everybody's been around them, of male figures have been a good positive role model, but they don't have that view at all.
And I noticed through the boys, a lot of women now don't want to be as independent as we were when we were younger.
Taught to be strong.
Like, how old were you when you started driving?
17, I think.
And how old were you when you started driving? 12.
14.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Young.
I was 14. years
Still in her mom's car.
No, they actually, I was like 14, 15, and I was driving like an 86 Corolla. They bought me an 86 Corolla for like $600. And that's what I used to drive until I got pulled over by Port Police on a bike. They were on a bike.
No.
I swear.
I was like, wait, how do they pull you over on a bike?
Exactly. I
Do they
didn't know
have
they were
lights?
pulling me over. No, like they kind of just go like on the side of you or somewhere,
Oh.
like, and I'm
Pull
like,
over.
You come to a
Ring, ring,
stop
ring.
and they're right there.
They hit his
and I
little
was
ring,
like,
ring,
what do
ring.
they want? All these damn cops.
Did they impound the car?
They did. They impounded my car. So I was like, and I was on my way to work. I used to work. I was already working.
Okay, see, but I feel like girls today, and not all girls, again, this is just, we're just generalizing stuff here. They're not as independent as we were. They weren't in a rush to get out of the house and go on their own. A lot of them are. It's almost like it's going back where they're kind of just waiting for somebody to come and
Swoop them off their feet.
yeah, and that's okay. Like
take care
that's
of them.
there's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's not okay.
Wait, you don't think that that's what if she could cook and she can clean? What if she's an old school woman?
she can cook, she can clean, and she can work?
See, Tom, what about that right there?
No,
What
but
about that? That you could.
I
I think in
haven't-
this. I think a lot of times they, you have to work now, being with the ridiculous prices of everything.
Yeah,
So even if you have a guy that's making a couple $100,000 a year, that still ain't enough anymore. So it's like, man, at least if she can bring something
To
to
the
help
table?
pay for, to help pay for the kids' schooling, for whatever
Well,
it is. To
Okay, but since you said that, what? And I'm just kind of going playing devil's advocate all over today. What if your son, who's about to be 18, right?
Mhm.
Say in 3 years, he's with this girl, and he's like, I don't want her to work. I want her to stay home because she has to pick up the kids from school and drop the kids off and be at the kids all day. And like, you need to help her with that. And I'm going to go work, Mom. How would you feel about that?
I think he wouldn't date a person like that because he has seen his mom do what she
Grind and
done.
grind and
Yeah.
so
grind.
his
Yeah.
example is
So
Yeah.
it's like you can't. I don't think it's like they kind of grow up and they're like,
Yeah.
what? Like
You don't want to get a
You
job?
know,
I
You
saw
don't
for
go to
me-
work?
my mom did. You know,
I never saw that being a beneficial part when I had my 4 boys and my wife, she stayed at home for a while, and like 3 months when they have their whatever maternity, they can stay
Yeah.
home. And I was like, well, this doesn't work very well, because what would happen during that time, she'd run off and go see her sisters and her mom and a whole nother, we were in Orange County, she's out in San Bernardino, and hey, you're going to be over there. The kids are getting out, grab them from baseball. Like, I'll be home. I'm with my mom. You guys figure out for something for dinner. I'm thinking, like,
Oh.
how would this be a good deal?
Yeah.
Like, I'm still cleaning, I'm still doing everything.
Yeah.
And now at the end of that, and it's not beneficial to most men anymore, because at the end of that, if they do get a divorce, she doesn't have any way of making money, and she just wants alimony now.
Why are you thinking of a divorce? Jeez, we just got
Well-
married.
alimony.
I do know
Look,
couples
you'd be an
who-
idiot if you went and you did statistics. You'd be an idiot to not take that in consideration. Be like, oh, that will never happen. Bullshit. So now, if you come into the relationship too, and you got it all set, right?
Are you
You're
talking
like,
about a marriage later in life or starting in the beginning?
whatever?
How long have you been married for,
Whatever.
Gaia?
Married, like
Well, how long
legally
have you
married
guys been together?
for 20 years?
Thank you. So, see?
Well, I was 27. She ain't there yet. Okay, so don't. So I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, life happens and it's not all perfect and things go down. And then we got a unicorn, right? That we talk
She
about.
is a unicorn.
Yes.
It is a
So-
unicorn. You know what that
so
means?
some-
I'm a
Just-
unicorn all of
You're
a sudden.
rare as heck.
No, do you know what a unicorn is?
Yeah, I know what a unicorn
Okay,
is.
but yet your marriage is. A lot of marriages don't. Tom is right. Again, I'm playing devil's advocate across
I'm
the board
sorry,
today.
we call my uncle a unicorn, and he is not it. Like,
Oh.
that's why I'm like, wait, time out.
Does
What
he have
kind
a
of
big bump
unicorn?
on his head or
No,
something?
he's
Oh.
just not it. Like, my uncle's a unicorn, and it's not for a good reason.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, normally.
So it's very it's
yeah.
let's face it.
I
that's
do
what we're
believe.
looking at.
I do believe you're right. In today's time, if I was to get married, there would be a part of me like, is it? I'm 51, and he went through his stuff. I went through mine. I would hope and pray it would last. I would protect myself financially. We've talked about that.
See what I'm
But there's
saying?
always the
So that would still, it just depends on who's coming in. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to do a prenup. Well, it depends on who's got more. The person that wants it, doesn't have as much, is like, no, I don't want to have it. The other one's
Yeah.
like, whether it's the woman coming in with her shit all together, and the guy's like, so, I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
in your case, you have your home, you have stuff you want to leave the kids and all that you would. So,
I also
anyways,
think because of and I want to get into you two real quick, but I think because of all the men I have in my life, which my nephews, my dad, like I went down the list, sometimes there's not really room for a man in my life because I get whatever I need done.
Or you're gonna be comparing to
Like anything I need done, I get done.
Yeah, but where do you come in that? Like, where's you at?
What do you like my personal like
Like, just you. Like, yeah, you have everybody that can help you do this and that, Alina. I get that. But what about you? Like, yeah, you can feed yourself and all that, whatever. But there's a time in your life that, like, I don't know. Like,
I think it's funny, Seth said it today. Seth said, we were talking about my grandma, right? She passed. And so he goes, I need you to be happy. Go do you. And my response was, if you guys are alive and mentally, because the boys struggle with mental illness more than girls do these days for some reason, right? If you guys are mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually happy, I'm golden. Like on Friday night, I had all three of my sister's kids over for dinner, and I was like, okay, what do you want? And what do you need? I'm getting this, I'm getting that. And my one nephew looked at me like, are you good? I said, that's my happy place.
Uh-huh.
So for a guy to move in and to live into that, it would be an adjustment. I don't know anything else out of that. And I have, like I said, I have all these men in my life. So I used to say I don't need a man, but what I've realized is I just didn't need that man, that person. I need all the men, including Tom. We fight and argue because we don't agree on shit, but I need Tom in my life. He's my friend, you know? So I don't know. But Daniela, I was going to ask you and then go back. Daniela, you're single.
Yes.
Do you find yourself, and not on purpose, and it's not a spiteful thing, but do you ever find, because you are so independent, that where you think or feel or say sometimes, or how do you feel about it?
I feel at this moment in my life, I am good where I'm at. But I will say this, as it gets cold and it's chilly. No, not for what you think, not like cuddles and stuff like that.
Oh, not cuddles?
Is like my ex, I used to do a lot of things with him, like go to Mammoth and stuff. So like we're texting, and I'm like, so are we going to Mammoth? Because I need to get up to the snow, and I don't want to go by myself. Like I don't want to do that by myself. Like I loved doing that with him, and even though I don't snowboard, I don't ski, I don't care. I'll drop him off and go get my coffee, and then come back, sit and
Wait,
watch.
if he's an ex and you're texting him, does that mean he could be a not ex?
No.
Just friends.
No, we're friends, and now
Okay.
I will always care for him. He's somebody that I hold very dear to me,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Like I want to go the snow, and I'm like, well, I don't want to go by myself. Okay, I'll go with my dog, but then no, I want to go because I want to go eat dinner over at Convict Lake, and I'm not gonna sit there with my dog.
Yeah.
And I don't have like girlfriends that want to do. Well, I do have one girlfriend that would love to do that, but she's got kids and stuff, but I want to do like a trip. So I'm like, hey, so what's up? You renew your Icon Pass? You ready to get out to the snow? We could go out there. I need to get up to Mammoth. I need to get my beanie for this year. I need to, but like in cases like that, so I do miss that companionship. And it's this, and I don't care what anybody says, the safety part.
Oh, yeah.
Having a guy there and going anywhere, really, go traveling anywhere, having a male a friend, a boyfriend or whatever there is a lot safer than going
Two
by
girls.
yourself.
Or two
going
girls.
by themselves.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So and then you enjoy yourself more.
Yeah.
Because you could go out and walk around and see this at the store, may have a drink, and somebody's got a little eye on you, and nobody's gonna come up from behind you and rob you, steal you, whatever, take you down dark alley. I don't know.
Do you feel like it's different too? Like if you go with a girl and you go with the guy, even though the guy's just your friend, like if you're shopping, you have to sometimes babysit your friends.
Yeah.
Like they want to be right there with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go in a store, like,
Yeah.
go down, the guy will
Yeah.
go down his aisle.
Like it's like, psh,
Yeah.
and then you meet back up on the backside. Did you see that over there?
Yeah.
Hold on, come here. Check this out. Or you're like, look at this. I think you like this. But it's different,
And then the girl's
It's
right next to you, hounding you down the aisle. And I'm like,
Yeah.
go down your own aisle.
Yeah, like
Like,
give me a moment of silence for a little bit to like sit here and just do my thing or whatever. And it's like, in that sense, yes, I do miss that part, and it is companionship.
Yeah.
It is knowing that you're gonna have somebody to do something with, to go to dinner with, make memories. Like I like going to Monterey Bay. I like going to the aquarium. I like doing long trips. I like going to Big Sur. I like
so any hot
I
guys
like
are
driving.
listening, she just gave you her profile.
I like going out and going for hikes. Guess like having a dude there is
When I go on
a safe feeling.
When I
And
go on
that-
my hikes in the
Yeah.
morning, I have my headphones in, and even
Uh-huh.
today there was nobody out there. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
I took one out,
Yes.
and
You're constantly thinking of stuff like that. Where are my keys? Like, you should have it in
if
your
I
hand.
had
You
a
should,
buddy that goes with me,
Mhm.
I wouldn't even worry if a coyote came out or a snake came out. I would just be like, "Let's go, headphones in, let's go." But when I'm by myself and I don't want to go with the girl because I don't want to save you,
And then there's times you just don't want to spend your whole time just chit chatting.
Yes, exactly.
You just, like you're just doing your thing. Like sometimes you need that male companion for that. They give you a different sense of peace. They
You
really
agree with all
can.
that,
They really
Tom?
can.
Yeah. I think that women, though, when they say they don't need a man, too, a lot of times women are still fulfilled with their life. Like they still have so much going on different than a man. So a lot of yourself, for example, you've got your nephews, you've got your niece coming over there, you've got your son, you've got your daughter, and you're always busy and you're kind of fulfilled with whatever you're doing. Your friends, where men are not fulfilled that same way usually. And you've talked about a man getting together with another woman right away. That's kind of the way they get fulfilled, or they're needed. Like, because you're needed, right?
Yeah.
With everybody that's in your house, whether it was
Oh, yeah.
grandma and everybody, you're needed, you're wanted, you're all this
I feel
stuff.
accomplished.
You're not just wanted, you're needed. And
Right.
so when you say, like, oh, I don't need a man, that's like, you just dismiss me? Like, like wait
You
a
just
minute.
undermined
We
the
wanna be
whole
needed
relationship.
too,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men need to be,
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think
you
they
need your
that.
husband?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That a girl. So wait, how you guys have been together, you said 20 years.
Mhm.
You've been married how long?
We just got married in 2021.
So wait, what?
Mhm.
How long? You guys were together that whole time and weren't married?
Mm-hmm.
No. How did I not know that?
I'm like,
Yeah, don't tell
Yeah.
my business like that. Yeah.
no, yeah, 2021.
So, because to me, you're very independent and you're a hustler and you get stuff done. Is he your backbone or you guys each other's backbone? Like where? And he's a worker. He works.
I think we're each other's backbone. I won't necessarily say I don't need him or I never needed him or whatever, because I'm very independent.
Yeah.
Yes, I can survive on my own. Yes, I feed myself, my kids, whatever,
Yeah.
all that stuff. But I'll go back to the same thing. Like, what about me?
Mhm.
Like, he's my safe place.
Oh.
Like I just feel like it's different. Like financially, no, like overall anything. Like I just feel like it's we. Like I can't just be like, no, I just me or
Yeah. So when the
No, I
kids are
need
grown
that.
and gone, it's going to be you two.
yes. So that's at the end of the day, that's what it is. So I can't say like, oh no, I don't need a man. And then at the end of the day, my kids grow up, they leave me, and then
Yeah.
what's it for me? Like, no. And I said I didn't, like, you would be the one to say you didn't need a man just because you've been alone for so long.
Yeah.
But
All of you guys are right. And I've since grandma has gone and my house is at night completely empty after like 9:00 at night. I'm feeling it now. Now I'm like, oh, I think okay. Like now I'm like, but I'm still, my faith is everything to me. And so I pray a lot, getting through it, powering through it. Right. Trying to be healthy, like emotionally, because I miss the hell out of her. And then, Loran's married, Seth moved with kids. And I want that, right? Everybody's supposed to be with, and you're right. Now it's me, but there's that part of like, and Tom is writing a lot. Like if I got with a guy that just came move in, can I adjust? Can I tell the kids, oh, you can't come over this weekend. We're just going to have a weekend alone. Like I have to start the whole new life. And at 51, all I know is my family. So I don't know how I would be with somebody to finally live with somebody.
I think you would need
You'd have to
somebody
blend
who
it.
has a
You would
family.
still have to blend.
just
You
as-
couldn't. You couldn't dismiss the family.
Yeah.
You'd have to have somebody that
Yeah.
kind of was like,
Yeah,
hey,
but- respected that
think
part
He's
and,
gonna
like-
be like, oh, I'm here. Everybody has to go.
right.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it-
no,
Right,
no.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
Well,
think he's
what
gonna
it,
come
like
in
my
like
thing,
that,
I think also,
Yeah.
I watch at night before I go to bed all the Datelines and 2020s and the documentaries. That's what puts me to sleep. So,
Oh, some people can't fall asleep with the TV on.
I fall asleep to
gotta
that
have
all the
TV
time.
on.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, no,
shit.
Like the
It's
lights
gotta-
on. I'm
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
men,
a fan on.
but men can't fall asleep to. And he was chopped up in 10 pieces and found at the river. You know what I mean? People can't fall asleep.
Well, then
to
you
that.
need to find somebody who is. There are guys that watch documentaries.
Yeah, but you
And
can't.
ID channel
you
and
can't-
ancient aliens and stuff like that.
You
So-
can't find them all these other things perfect, but that
No.
one thing, no, I got to find one that listens to this when I go to, like, hell, the guy's a perfect guy, all these other things.
But he
You
doesn't
know what I
want to
mean?
watch
But, oh,
TV.
you don't, you know, oh, I got to find that one. Well, you got to find them.
No.
Well,
But
you
I
better
think
start
You're not gonna
searching.
Find that.
But I think the reality is, and I'm very accountable to myself, is the reality is it's what Tom says. It's the vulnerability. Before were we in the car when we were talking about that, or were we here?
Right now.
The vulnerability is I know that I don't know how to be completely vulnerable
No.
to a
Yeah.
guy. Like, I'm not even vulnerable to my friends. We went to lunch and they asked about grandma. I was like, no, I'm not okay. I'm not getting through it, but next conversation. And they all just kind of looked at me like, what? And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to cry in front of you and once I go home and cry in the shower. Like, I don't, so I know that that's my problem. My problem is I have to be strong. We have to keep going. Like, you know, you're always in survival mode. So I
One
don't.
foot in front of the other.
Yes. And so to be 100% completely open and vulnerable to a man where the point that we live together and share a bed, that just gives me
Anxiety already?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Well, you're talking about bringing somebody into your home. You could start and build a
yeah, but that
together,
leads to, but
you
that
know, and be
leads
like,
to that.
let's move.
Doesn't that lead to that?
Well, you start with sleepovers first. You don't just move them in, like, you know, like you gotta let him come over and let him pass out and see how loud he snores. Can you handle it? Can
Does he
you not
fart in
handle
his
it?
sleep?
Like, you gotta test
And
the water, and then you go over there, vice versa, because everybody acts differently in their environment.
Yes.
You know, like, and then when you go into their environment, like, are there boundaries? Are there, things that, because you get protective over your stuff, you get protective over your area. Like, this is mine. I did all this.
Yeah.
So you need neutral areas, trips, and,
That's why I
testing
said
each other out.
I've
Don't
always
just be
said-
moving people in.
Well, it's just for me,
It's a
it
cold
would be
season.
easier if he just showed up one day and was like, "I'm here," and I'm like, "Shit, all right, let's
Like,
do it."
no
choice.
shirt,
I gotta,
with
like-
coffee
like,
and everything.
Just gotta
right here.
like figure it out, like, because I'm that diehard girl. So whoever it is, if this is us till the wheels fall,
But that might work for you because you know how to power through all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So that might just like throw all the burden, and we're gonna sort this all out right now.
Yep.
I don't know. I think even the Bible talks about before you build the house, you got to count you got to basically, you don't want to get caught halfway through the middle of the house and it's not built. So you got to take in every single thing. So you got to evaluate, take it all in before you make those changes, and at least know what your challenges are going to be so you can know how to address it and navigate and have this plan of attack to. Because some people just go at free ball it, like just like, oh, yeah, just, the rations, it just happened. Just like, hey, and later on you're like, hey, I don't like this. Well, how come you never brought it up? Well, no, I'm going to bring it up now. Some people need to talk about things before you get there. And like, why are you even bringing that up now? Because it's a possibility if we stay together that it's going to be something we're going to address in the future. Let's talk about it now, But some people, it's
Maybe
crazy.
that's what she's scared of. Maybe she's afraid someone's gonna come in and be like, "Ooh, I don't like this stuff," and you're gonna be like,
What are you talking about? I've always had.
"You can just
Well, some stuff.
get walking."
Some stuff's
He's gonna come in and say,
not a big deal.
all these kids, all these people to get out my house.
Okay, so being with him all these years, right? And you guys have your kids and your families. Your families obviously grew up together, right?
Yes.
Okay, with all that, does he ever say like, if you change the curtains or you changed, you got a new couch, does his opinion on certain things like that matter to you, or do you just do them? Or what if he said, yeah, you're not buying that type of a car, or you're not doing this or that? Like, how do you?
I don't think he's ever said like.
I don't think he would.
Yeah,
I don't think men do that.
yeah.
All that stuff.
That's
pretty
why I'm
much-
asking. I don't know. So I'm asking.
Pretty much all that stuff, the color of the drapes, the kind
Yeah.
of floor you want, the refrigerator you want, the kind of car you want. Guys just let their women have all that. Like, I don't
Be
care
like,
about
I don't
that
like
stuff.
this coffee
But you
table
might
anymore.
discuss where he's going to go to school. And the man might say, you know what? I want my son here or there or
Right.
whatever. Now, those serious conversations.
Play on this team,
Might
do
be a
this
little bit.
sport,
you
Okay,
talk
so when
about-
your
but
son-
all that other shit,
Yeah.
I'm sure he lets
I
you
don't-
do whatever.
I don't think
When your
guys
son
really
going to
care about that.
Bosco, was that a mutual decision, or did you guys have to debate that, talk about it?
We talked about it. We talked about it because it was a private school. We were going to have to pay for it. So he's like, why are we going to pay for private now when we're going to have to pay for college?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
okay.
I said, well, maybe if we get him through private, he's going to have to get himself through college.
Okay.
And that's what happened.
And he gets
Okay.
more eyes on him through that
Yeah.
that
It's
school
different.
and
You don't-
everything
you can't
else. Yeah.
compare.
But it was but that's a conversation you guys have to have, and
Yeah, that was a conversation we had because we both had to agree to it.
Yeah.
yeah,
I wasn't
that's
just
a
like,
financial
oh,
decision,
you know,
yeah.
he's going to go to Bosco and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
no, it was, you know,
yeah.
we both agreed to it.
Has he ever said? And again, I'm asking you from a single woman's point of view. So, if I was to call you tomorrow and me and my girlfriends and I was like, hey, we're going on a 4-day cruise, all of us single girls, one, me, Daniela, all of us, let's go. And you told him, would he, if he voiced his opinion that he wasn't comfortable with you going with all single girls, do you take that into consideration, or you just say, I'm going? Or would you even just on your own saying, I'm not going to even?
That's not a place for me to be.
Not a girl.
No.
See, but I love that you could be honest like
I
that.
went on a cruise with my mom and my aunt.
Yes.
Like, that's different though. That's like my mom or
100%.
my aunt.
Yes.
Whatever. But for my friend, my single friends to call me and say like, hey, let's go to Vegas. No, I'm married. Like, what the fuck am I going to go do in Vegas?
Don't you love her? I like
No, like-
literally your goals. You're my goals.
I'm like, no, because it's true. Like, what am I going to go do in Vegas?
But do you think that's old school mentality? Because a lot of girls today, you see it on social media. I know you have friends like that. I have friends like that. They don't give a
They don't
F.
care.
They will go. They'll leave their husbands and their kids at home because I need a break.
No
But
respect.
then it's
Yes.
kind of not only not no respect. It's just a simple fact. Is like, where's your marriage going to end up there?
So
Like
You're going to come back to
opening-
an argument.
No,
It's-
like you're
yeah.
opening different doors. I feel like
But-
you're opening different doors to allow. Like if my husband, if I were to come home and say like, oh, I'm going to go to Vegas for the weekend, and then first of all, I would not ever do that because that's just not my style. But and if he's saying like, okay, there's something really wrong. If he's letting me go to Vegas, he obviously doesn't give
Yeah.
shit that I'm leaving.
You're
Yeah.
going to be
And
like,
I,
well,
I'm just open. Like,
And
there's
you're a
just so many-
beautiful, sexy woman. So the fact that he's going to let his beautiful, sexy wife go to Vegas on a singles trip with girls, like,
No, then it's gonna be like, okay, now I'm concerned. Like, what are you doing when
Yeah.
I'm gonna
oh
leave?
my
you?
God,
Like,
yeah.
what's gonna happen? No, like, there's just
he's like, I'm going to go to Vegas with my friends next
Like,
weekend.
all
You're
right.
like,
Yeah,
Oh,
if he, do you think he would ever ask you that?
to go.
I'm
Someone
like, hey, I'm going to go to Palm Springs for the weekend for a guy's golf trip.
no,
He knows better, huh?
yeah, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
He would tell me like, oh, I mean, they're gonna go for the day, like him and
Yeah.
Julian, or
Yeah.
whatever, but not for him to say like, oh, bye, I'm leaving for the.
But is
weekend.
it also because your friends are your family? Like you just said, your aunt, your sisters, like you guys are, again, it's the old school cultural that you guys all grew up together, partied together, hang out together. So that's who you're going. So he knows you're not going to go with your sister and your mom on a cruise or to Mexico, and they're not going to let you cheat.
right?
So
No,
he's like, go, have fun.
yeah, like he didn't say anything. He was just like, I was like, oh, we're gonna go on a cruise for Mom's birthday, and he was like, okay.
But
I think
I
it's
feel
different too. That when
yeah.
you're going with your single friends, there's
Mm-hmm.
a different intent there. There's more of a party vibe and,
Yeah.
drinking, drunk.
when
you
two
know.
people also when they're a couple and they have respect for each other, they might think that the guy's demands or whatever are foolish. Oh, you're being dumb. It's not a big deal. It's what, but they still respect it and they say, you know what, my man don't like it, so I'm just not gonna do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
Even
not
though you
cool,
might
yeah.
not think it's like a big deal, and then vice versa. Because if you both have respect for, it's like, man, all I'm gonna do is go over here to Ojos Locos with my friends. It's my friend's birthday, right? And the girl like,
Well, isn't that
hell
a
no.
bad place to go anyway? Not a bad
It's like
place.
Hooters. Let's just say like
Yeah,
Hooters, right?
yeah.
So let but it's just a different place. Anyways, I'm just saying.
Tits and ass.
So you go over there and it's your friend's birthday. It's like, hey, we're gonna have a couple beers, whatever. And it's like, you know what? I don't feel comfortable with you going there. I don't like that. Where I think it's just not a big deal, right? And I'm really saying, look, I'm just going with my friend for his birthday. But because she doesn't like it, I got to kind of be like, you know what? All
And she's
right,
uncomfortable, yeah.
I'm just gonna not go to, because there's gonna be something on the other side that she might think the same thing. And I'm like, no, I don't like that. I'm not comfortable with that. And then hopefully, but you're right. Everybody's like, fuck it. You're just gonna have to fucking deal with it now. Oh, really? Let's see how great that goes for you, like you said, in your marriage.
Said, like,
But you having
yeah,
that
take
attitude,
you.
Yeah.
you know?
But that's why her marriage has lasted
Right.
so long because she has that old school mentality of like, this is us. This is what we're doing.
What a lot of women don't understand is they don't even see the wrongness in it. So how can you ever correct that with somebody? They're like, what are you talking about? This is perfectly fine, me going to Vegas with all my friends, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Where you're already seeing it and being like, no, you know.
But Yaya said something. She says, and that's a key thing that people don't realize is it opens doors
Yeah.
to other things that could affect your.
Right.
So she goes to Vegas thinking it's purely innocent. You've left him alone to figure out what he's going to do,
Next
right?
thing you know, she's at Chippendales and she's ready to leave.
Yeah.
She's, she's like, no, this wasn't part of the plan. You got like, ding, ding.
And now she comes
I
home
swear they're the ones who forced the lap dance on.
Right? That wasn't my $5 bill in the mouth. No.
I
see?
couldn't even have her husband would like we would be looking for her body if she came home and there was a picture of her having a lap dance somewhere.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But then I think too, like a lot of it stems from, women that come from broken homes, that didn't have a solid father figure in the house, where they didn't watch their dad respect their mom,
Sure.
take care of their mom. Like back in the day, there were roles. There was the men went to work, did this, and the wife, and there are still today couples that work extremely well that way.
Yeah.
That fulfill that role, take care of the kids, get everything put together. The husband works, and it works for them. I have friends that it works for them, and they have happy marriages. Not saying that they don't ever have disagreements, but they have working roles that they both agree on, and they both put 100% in.
You have also the other ones, though, that have seen my mom or my aunt or what was a great lady, took care of my uncle, and he was an asshole, and he went and cheated on her anyway. I ain't fucking never gonna do that and cook and clean and have all his boots ready and this and that, and he's this jackass. So they're like, I ain't never gonna do that. So you have that too on the flip side.
Well, and that's
Exactly.
the
I'm
women
not gonna
that
be an idiot,
are that are bred to feel like you don't need a man because I'm not going to depend on a man. And I said that for years. I was like that because I saw a lot of stuff in my childhood, and I was like, I will work because no man's ever going to cut me at my knees. Like, no, I'm going to make sure that my kids always have this, that I have this. But I didn't mean to cut the man out of our picture. It's just my choices weren't the best choices in men. Like I look back and I'm like, oh, I was a little wild one. I'm like, okay, but it is what it is, right? My son's dad, obviously I chose him. We had a kid, and I have to say it was the best decision for me because I have my son. But looking back at the relationship, all the red flags were there, and I just zoomed right past them, right?
Right.
But even before him, I was with Javier, and he got killed. So obviously there must have been red flags, and I zoomed right past them, right? So I think when I finally got to a point and seeing everything that I've done, I was like, wait, let me stop because I'm choosing.
You weren't counting the cost, just like we were talking
yes.
about building the house and being able to finish it. You were just like, hey, let me just go into it and let me just free,
So I started cutting
Yeah.
a man out of the picture, which I now know was not the best thing. I did raise my daughter. She had the men that I had, but then she had some really, her grandpa died, my grandpa dying. Her dad and her don't have the best relationship. So she's had a lot of disappointment when it came to men. So I raised her to be very independent, very strong, because I didn't want her to depend on a man. And then she ended up being gay, so she really can't depend on a man.
So
Right?
I was like, where is this going?
So thank God I did, right? But I even look at her, and she does need a man. She has my nephews, which are her cousins that she's close to, my brothers, our family, she has guy friends so even her being in that type of a relationship, she still has them in her life. But I do look back and I realize that taking accountability, I cut the man out, but not on purpose.
Right.
I just didn't want, because again, my choice is you show me a 6'2" thug and I'm like, hi, you're going to ruin my life. Come here.
Come and ruin my life.
So I know better.
It's cold outside.
You look like the one that needs to ruin my life next.
So, I ran off and got married that one time we don't talk about. So that's why I've learned, like, I don't make the best men decisions. So let me just stop making the decision. So I've learned that, but it's not that I've meant to say I don't need a man. I do. And I, had amazing men and my uncles, my grandpa, but financially I don't need one.
Right.
I do need one to come fix my I do. And I love to we were arguing in the car at Starbucks, the poor Starbucks guy. I do. Yeah, he was like, "Oh God, we're gonna not even get our order correct."
Like, dude, the guy's like, what's going on?
He was trying to tell me how I am. Like, we've never dated. You don't know me. I will wake up at 5 a.m. and make his coffee before he goes to work.
Right.
I will get up at 8 o'clock if he just got off of work. I'll get out of bed and go warm up his food. Like, and Tom's like, "No, you won't."
I didn't say you wouldn't do any of that. I just said you were a ram. You were a ram.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For the right 6
and you're gonna
foot two
bump
thug,
heads with another
she
ram.
will get
you know?
up and yeah.
Yeah, but I'm laughing because he says I'm a ram. Like, because he was saying that sometimes two people are rams and they butt heads. And I was like,
Yeah, absolutely.
oh, well, I'm not like that. He's like, bullshit, you're not. And I was like,
He was like, you're a ram. And she's like, what are you talking about? We've never dated. I was like, whoa, can we change this conversation right now?
I was like, how are you going to tell me what I am in a relationship or not? Because you don't know. Like, it's what you said earlier. You don't know somebody until
A leopard don't change his stripes just because it's
But I'm not
changes
going to
different.
treat my friends the way I treat the person I'm intimate with. That's totally different.
It's still you, and you could still see
It's still me.
characteristics of it. It's just like when you go out with the guy.
See?
You go out with the guy, and the guy treats the waiter like a piece of shit. You're like, hey, I'm not gonna
No,
freaking
that's
go because
different.
You
but
know,
it's how
if he-
everybody.
No.
Yeah.
If you're
She
treating,
doesn't treat you the way she treats her husband. No.
No, she shouldn't.
Yeah, and that's my point. The way that
But she should treat him like a human
she's
being.
still
I
gonna know
treat
whether
you.
she's a genuine, soft,
Right,
sweet, gentle, whatever person,
Yeah, yeah.
and that she's not a ram.
she was ramming your head at the restaurant. She was giving you more shit than I was at the restaurant.
But she was doing it nice.
Oh, dear God. You just sit here and say all the time how a woman wants the man to say it all sweet and soft. Well, you do too. You want the woman to be like, oh, Tommy, one day you're going to find a woman where I'm like, Tom, no, she's not the one. Move on. And then you get all mad at me.
No,
Yes.
not for that.
Yeah.
I don't get mad at that part.
Oh, yeah.
I don't get mad at that part of the ram.
I just feel that whoever I'm with is going to get that certain part of me that only he deserves.
Right.
And not that the rest of the world
Sure.
deserves.
That's
And so I am around because I'm always in go mode, survival mode. And you feel like, here is Tom and here is women. And I'm like,
Oh,
no,
wow. That's a
I'm
big
like that?
difference
Yes.
there. Oh.
You're not?
Tom might be single for a while.
all
Take
right.
T3
Hey,
off the
you know what I
list.
say? I say
Whoa.
you got to be on your worst behavior. So, like, if somebody still likes me after all that, then I'm good.
If the
Or you,
T3
she's crazy.
If the T3 comment comes back on,
If the T3 comes back on,
Oh, boy.
yeah. Gotta figure out who T3 is.
Yeah, we got to figure. We
Tough
just
3
investigate.
times or something. Do you feel that women, okay, the whole I don't need a man, okay, and we know we've talked about it, we discussed it. I feel like this is my personal opinion. You want a woman who's barefoot, pregnant, in the kitchen with no opinion.
I don't want that.
What do you want? Do you want her to work?
I want a
and-
woman to be able to, come alongside, to support, to uplift, to encourage, to be nurturing at times, to be gentle.
Can
be
she have an opinion?
patient, to have an opinion, to show me another side that I'm not taking into consideration, another point of view that I've overlooked. And that by the time we're done with the conversation, I can see it from maybe a more of a bird's eye view instead of just from my own one side. And then I can make a better decision. I still might be stuck and leaned a little bit of my way still, but now I have a better, it's just like a CEO of a company. He's got a panel of people around him and he's taking everyone's into consideration so he can make the best judgment call. So with the right woman on my side, that I respect her opinion and what she has, I definitely want to hear what she has to say.
So
Now,
you're
there's
looking for someone to
sometimes-
help you grow.
Do you
There's
believe
some-
that, Yaya?
Right?
Because we've had plenty of conversations with this man.
But there's
Well, since
Go
our
ahead.
last conversation, I did clearly say, "Wow, Tom,
He's
yes."
yeah. You're definitely
Let's be
healing,
so for real.
sure.
From like
Oh.
the first Tom
Yeah.
to like the last conversation, I think you were like quiet listening. We're like I was shocked myself.
Well,
And
'cause I
she was
trying
the
to
one
take it in.
ramming you.
That's all right.
But I wasn't me.
No.
But this is the thing, like, and a lot of times, like, women and men take it different. Even if you are hitting me, but it's the truth, I would be an idiot not to accept it because it's still going to heal me and help me and everything and take it in.
Mhm.
But sometimes the delivery, they reject the message,
Yeah.
even if it's true. And that's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
You're being dumb at that point. Like, I need to be like, oh, that stung. But what she said is right.
Yeah.
And I got to chew on it and think about what some of it may apply to me, not all of it, maybe some of it, and then take it and say, you know what? I'm going to take it for what it's worth and I'm going to apply certain part of that and I'm going to move forward.
There's
with that.
growth right there. See?
He's
That's-
he's
I-
grown so much since like Yaya said from the beginning till now. I mean, I'm always going to give him shit because we don't agree on absolutely anything.
But I've been trying. I tried to listen. I've been trying to listen more. And I went back and looked at some podcasts. I was thinking, oh man, wow, the one when I had the animal shirt on. I was like, oh, this guy's freaking crazy. Oh, that's me.
But do you see your own growth along the way?
Yeah.
I've called you quite a few times and I've said a lot of my healing too in the last 2+ years of doing the podcast, getting men on here and hearing their different views and listening to Tom. Like I've had to bring down, what do you call it? My testosterone. I've had to like,
I
come
don't
back
think I need to let everybody know what I'm thinking all the time. But before, I kind of like, I was passionate because I saw a void on, in a lot of things that maybe, men's views, women's views. And I was passionate. I was like trying to just get, and now I'm a little bit more.
you're a lot calmer.
I don't think not everybody needs to know that part of me and know every part. Like sometimes there's that reserved part that you hold back. And like, if you really want to get to know, you're going to have to stick around and pry a little deeper.
Didn't I just say that? And he said, no. I just
When?
said that the guy that I'm going to date or dating
Yeah, that'll go.
sees
I
a
didn't say
certain
no to
part of
that.
me.
I said
You
that.
argue. Oh,
I
did
didn't
you?
argue with
Oh,
that
okay.
part. No, it's
Okay.
true.
Okay.
That's true. Not everybody is going to get to have that part of you. You're just like we just talked earlier and said, like some people only have top clearance, even with your friends.
Right.
And
Yes.
with your,
Right.
your loved one, that one is the one that you're going to, you finally feel
Right.
comfortable enough to act a little bit like an idiot, to be a little goofy, and then you're not going to be, but not everybody's going to, you can't give it to everybody and show everybody that side. So you got to be
You
reserved.
don't want to scare everybody
Hold yourself
away.
back.
And we've talked about that. There's certain things like you weren't here, but we've talked about it where I've said like date one, like I'm not holding it. Like this is what it is. Take it or leave it. Like
You're just laying it all
daughter's
out.
this, son's this is like, I'm 51 now. I don't have time. I'm about to be 52. Like I don't have time. So either you're going to be here or you're not. And I don't know if it was you or if it was David, the other guy that was like, wow, like, whoa, you do all that like on date one, you'd scare me. Then you're only the strong survive. You got to go. Like,
Well, I think if you do that from the beginning, though, so a lot of people are afraid of those tough, like the real conversations, because like, oh my God, that's too fast. Talking about where you would live, all these crazy things. Like,
Well, I don't
oh,
know
that's
about
too.
that,
No, but you kind of almost got to
You would
lay it all
shut
out.
somebody down. I
Like,
would
I
shut
didn't
down.
lay it
If
out
someone
right
came
now.
at
I'm
me
not
with a
gonna be
list, I'd be
here
like,
well,
going
you're
out
gonna
with- I
waste
don't
all
want to
this
go out with you
time.
for 2 years to figure
But
it
if
out.
we were at dinner and we're laughing and we're talking and I'm like, well, my son's this, my daughter's that, and I just buried grandma and coming out of that, like we should be able to talk and laugh and joke and if at any point he feels like, oh, I didn't need to know your daughter was that or that you're some like that was a lot of information then you're not for me. Like I've always said I'm gonna end up with somebody who's stronger than I am. And what I mean by that is you got to be more mentally tough than I am. You got to be able to go. Like I don't have time for crybabies. Sorry, I don't. Like we just keep going and doing it. Oh, your daughter's this, got it. Your son's that, got it. House needs this, let's do it. Like we're not sitting here and like
Trying to figure it out.
oh, so how was your day today? All day, every day? Like, don't get me
No,
wrong.
it's
At night when
probably-
we crawl in bed, I'm gonna be like, babe, do you have a good day? Like, what's going on? Talk to me. How was work? But at 4:00, don't call me because you're on 6th and Pacific and you got a flat tire and you had a bad day at work. And I'm like, this guy.
I don't want that
This
kind of
guy.
vulnerable man.
No. I want you to
Call AAA. Here,
Like, he's gonna
send you
call
a picture of my car.
Alina, here's my license plate. Call
Oh
AAA.
my
Oh,
God.
wow.
I can't.
No.
And I think you said before, like, what? I said, there's guys out there that are not, they're not emotionally, and I'm huge on men's mental health. We've talked about that here a lot. Again, there's that topic, which is hard, but to be mentally healthy, you have to survive life every day.
Yeah.
Every day can't be a catastrophe.
Yes.
Catastrophe.
Yeah, every day
Yes.
can't be that, is my point. And where we work, and that's all I'm going to say about work, how many crybabies are there?
I think it gets
Whoa.
very easy to continue that pattern,
Spoiled.
especially when
Yes.
you found somebody and you finally opened up to them where you're telling them, your, I don't want to say your woes, but like your darkest things. And then that becomes your conversation all the time. That's the person that you're always,
There you go.
Telling.
Bingo.
and then the other person just feels like every time I see you, you're just,
It's
Yes.
Wait.
it is.
Yes.
I want to be your cheerleader. Get off the sideline. play the game, and
Yes.
and I'm gonna be there
Tell
and
me
cheer
some
you on.
good
But
stuff
you
that's happening with
yeah, so then
Yeah.
you end up being their person that they're constantly complaining
said it
about
so
or
much
saying
better
something
than I
to,
did.
and you're just like, you start feeling mentally drained. You're like, no, I'm coming
Yes.
over here with happiness and a bottle of wine and this and that, and now I'm hearing about everything else. You're just kind of like,
you. Just the down.
just the downside,
God,
yeah.
like we don't live together. I don't want to hear the downside every single time,
Yeah.
It just, but you get into a cycle with some people, I feel, and it's unfortunate because a lot of men don't seek professional help to
Yeah.
go talk to somebody. And, and I've been in the situation before where like, I love you. I understand you. These are things that I appreciate you talking to me about, but you really need to speak to somebody else and have a game plan for not getting past anything. Cause I don't ever feel like someone should have to, you can't tell someone to get past it, keep
Yeah.
going on, but you need somebody to help that, that next week, I've been thinking about this all this week, but next week, this is the person I'm going to talk to. I'm not going to unburden it on my partner every time they come through. I don't want to be somebody's psychologist every
I don't
single
think
time.
people get-
It's draining.
I don't think people get past things. I think
Yeah.
you learn how to survive with
Right,
it.
right.
You learn how to just accept
You have to
it
learn
for-
those
Yeah.
those skills on how to, get past it and
Tom, I think
not
where-
get past it. I don't think you get past
I don't. Yeah, you can. I
Yeah,
think you just
yeah.
learn how to deal with it.
Right, right.
I think we're your therapist, huh? You come on here so we can.
for free.
Oh.
Look at
Yeah, for free. Look at him. He's like,
I have a therapist,
yeah.
Do you?
Oh, I haven't went to her in a long time.
When you go, do you feel like it's
He goes to Happy Diner on Western, just so
I
you all
haven't-
just to go
Locals,
vent.
locals. Uh,
He goes to therapy. Yeah, 101.
That too. Extra therapy.
yeah.
I think that being on here for sure, because somebody had said like, none of us are healed. We don't belong on here, blah, 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 blah. I think that we're learning. And if you don't have conversations like this with the guy, like even though Yaya's been married and stuff, she's still getting the other side of a man's opinion without having to go ask her husband and him.
Or even just confirm where she's
Yes,
at.
right.
Or
Because
that,
you're-
that another man appreciates that or
Yeah.
all that.
Well, she
stuff, too.
has kids that are growing up and they're coming up and they're learning, and she wants to. Times have changed. A lot of stuff is social media, internet, all this and that, and it's the more information you have, the more you can.
Does your husband have social media?
Mm-mm.
Good girl.
Mm-mm.
You're like, hell to the no, huh?
He has like maybe Snapchat, but he like goes on sometimes doesn't. Like it's not something he's like on.
Yeah.
And I have obviously social media because
Yeah.
the shop or whatever, my personal one. But no.
I don't know. I think that social media has ruined so much in general. It's ruined friendships, relationships. It's definitely, I feel like, ruining childhood, like all that, but it's a whole different topic. But Tom, do you feel better after this topic?
That's so wonderful.
Do you- What would you do if you did sit at dinner on a date and some girl, and just in casual conversation, you're laughing, talking. She's like, yeah, I don't really need a man. Like, and she wasn't saying it in a spiteful way, but she was just, how would you address it in that moment? Or would you just say no to self? And after this date, we're never dating again.
No, I think it all how the whole conversation comes out. I mean, and what is she talking about?
Like, be
You know
more
what I mean?
specific.
Yeah.
Like a man for everything, or like you don't
Yeah.
need like
He's gonna get
financially,
the table
like,
and throw that shit.
Yeah.
you know,
Just throw that table.
you need a man to come fix your roof. Do you put your coffee table together? Like,
It all comes with the attitude. Like, what kind of attitude are you coming with when you say
Right?
that? You know?
Yeah. But I think in today's time, because we're so independent, which I always say, like, we could go back but I get it. Women fought, which, because I didn't know, barely in the 60s or 70s, they were barely able to buy their home by themselves. Like, women
Yeah.
couldn't even. So I get why women did what they did, right? But there's times where I was like, I would love to just be home and cook and clean and raise my kids and not go, only because I've done it for so long, and not have to worry about a bill and not have to worry about going to work and drop off and pick up and
taxes. And
yes.
everything else, and
There's a part of me that's like, because I've been on this side for so long,
yeah.
I'd want to, but going on that side, like I tell people, like my married friends, like someone has like 4 or 5 kids. Well, really, they have like 5 or 6 kids then, because you include that husband in the kid category. They gotta
You wouldn't survive on that side.
You don't think?
Like the person you are and stuff, you would not be like, oh yeah, let me just cook and clean out my house.
Yeah.
How many times can you make cookies?
I'm like, yeah, okay, Alina.
How many different flavors of cookies are
Yeah,
there?
well, I could
all day.
say his name because he comes on a lot and he's coming back on. But Steve Linares called the other day about one of the things that we're doing, and when he called, it was like, I don't know, 4 PM or something. He's like, oh, I'm just doing this. I said, are you home? He's like, yeah, I'm just chilling on the couch. I said, what'd you do? He's like, oh, I'm just resting. I was like, oh God, I'm so jealous. I wish I could do that. He's like, well, you don't ever do that. I was like, it's my day off. And so I said, I woke up, I went on a hike, I came home, I did this, I did that, went to the laundromat, throw all the towels, all the big blankets, all the dead. He goes, stop, just stop. I don't even, I said, well, that was only
Wearing
by
them
like,
out, just listening.
yes.
Yeah,
He goes,
yeah.
I go, that was only by like 1 o'clock. I haven't even.
She just ruined that like relaxing time he had. He's like,
He's like, I don't need to know how your day was. That's not what I called for. I was like, Steve, and he goes, I don't. So she's right. I don't. I get up and I go. We got to do.
That's me. I don't know how to slow down or settle down, or not feel accomplished, or not feel my day has been productive as heck.
Yes, I
Every
have
day
to
I
do
got to be
something.
like
Yeah.
that. And I think that started when I had 4 kids and a home and a business, and I had to be on that.
Yeah.
And then once you did that for so many years, like I've been doing that for the last 20 years, it's like,
You don't just
okay,
take
now
a
what do I
rest
do?
day, just a relax.
I don't know if I
just a-
was. I'd have chickens and a
I try to
rooster in my
relax.
backyard.
You know, I have relaxed days.
Sleep in with your girl, cuddle.
did you
watch
just hear what she just said?
No.
I want them so
What'd you
bad,
say?
but I can't have them. And I'm getting my garden better. My dad's helping
What'd
me
she just
build my
say?
garden.
Chickens?
Something about chicken.
I said, if I got to be that stay-at-home mom, I would have chickens and a rooster.
Yeah, she'll be out there milking.
Yes,
God.
like I
Oh.
would. I'm trying to get
Everybody wouldn't be able to freaking sleep from the stupid rooster.
Pozole.
No, that's a pig.
So there's certain areas.
Oh
that
wait, no, menudo's a pig.
you can't
Yeah,
have
menudo's
you can't
cow.
have roosters necessarily. You could have chickens, but
Well, I wouldn't have a rooster where I live now because my neighbors would kill me. But I'd have chickens,
Yeah, but
and I
as
build
soon
a whole
as the
hen
city
house.
gives you a noise thing, you just cook them up, you eat them, and then
eat the chickens
you just
like they're our
the
pets.
rooster.
No, I
That's
wouldn't.
it.
I'd eat them.
You're like,
'Cause
what do you
in
mean? There's been no
Mexico-
noise.
In Mexico, my grandparents had all of that. So
Yeah.
and
I was raised with all my great grandparents. Yeah. There's certain area in San Pedro where it's LA County, so we still have livestock, chickens, pigs, emus. I grew up on
what's an
rabbit.
emus?
Emu, like a kind of looks like
big
an
bird,
ostrich.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I have never heard of an emu.
Emu, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta
We had
go.
a lot of
Like
rabbit.
ostrich.
What? Wait, what country do they come from?
Well, my great grandparents came from New Mexico, but you know,
Oh.
right there on 5th and Cabrillo, right there in the canyon, that's still LA County. You
Yes,
can have
yes.
livestock there.
Oh.
Yeah, goats.
Right down the street from my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I would have
Right.
sheep and goats and chickens. So I would be able to be a stay-at-home mom, but we'd have
You
to live in the
would
country
not.
somewhere. I really wouldn't be a stay-at-home mom at that point because I'd start some type of
You'd
business.
have like
with all
3
that.
tomatoes.
You'd be knocking on the neighbor's door
carrots.
like, I brought you some eggs.
That
would be Alina.
All right. Well, on that note, so Tom, we do need a man. And what one
Yes.
shape, form, for one reason or another. But Solomon, you said something before the podcast started, and I thought you would jump in and say it. But you want to say it real quick, and we'll. Head
Well,
out?
no, but it depends on the context. And most of the time that women say that, it's like Tom said, they're talking about something specific, some trauma or whatever. But then sometimes they represent it on social media to be like, I don't need a man for anything. And it's like, okay, well, men built like pretty much the whole infrastructure of the neighborhood you live in. So how can you say that?
Right, right.
So that's a different thing. But yeah, most women are talking about, like you said, specific things like, I don't need a man for sex. I don't need a man for money. I don't need a man for my, living my day to day or to buy me nice things and stuff like that. And that usually comes from, like we said, a bad experience. So.
Yep, I agree. But the whole SEX thing, even that's getting ruined now. When I hear my friends like, oh, I don't need a man, I have this or that. I'm like, oh, like, yeah, no. Like at the end of the day, we need a man. I'm not replacing that thing. No way. And that's all I'm going to say on that note. Well, we all have Instagram. You don't have TikTok, huh?
I don't have TikTok.
It is really fun.
No, it's addicting.
It's
I'm
just-
It
not
is.
going there.
It
Yeah.
is. It
I'm not
is.
doing that.
Alina, this is for you.
What?
That's
Oh, I don't think I knew that was called an emu. It's an
Yeah.
emu?
Emu.
I don't think I knew that's what it was. But yeah, okay. I've seen it. That scares me. It
Yeah.
looks angry. Like it's going to just attack you.
Just
yeah.
peck you in the
Yeah,
head
that's
when you
gonna-
come up
yeah.
to the fence.
Yeah, no, thank you.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But they have big, gigantic eggs like this. They're like green. It's pretty cool.
Wait, eggs as in, I'm going to say something.
It's
really
like a
bad.
big old egg.
Eggs.
But does it
Egg.
produce another one or does it produce something? Like what does it produce? What does that egg produce?
An
Another
emu.
one.
An emu
Another
all
emu,
the
okay.
time. Yeah.
Well, chickens produce eggs that we eat.
No,
they-
they
But they're
don't.
still
And they
chickens
make
in there.
chickens. They
They're
turn
all
into
still chickens.
Okay, anyways,
just-
I'm just going to
they're
stop. 'cause
egg-
I'm-
Oh man, I think we're
Let's
having a
just stop.
blonde moment here.
No, I've always wondered and I've never asked, and this is not the place I want to ask.
That's
Oh,
we're gonna
no.
bring this up
It's
again.
too late.
How do you?
You thought eggs didn't make chickens?
No, I always wondered where chicks. We've had baby chicks, and I've seen chicks like at my
Come from
grandparents.
the egg.
But then
Came
how do you
first,
get an egg?
the chicken
to
or the
eat?
egg?
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing before the chickens formed.
So I'm eating a baby chicken.
Yes, before it's
You're
formed.
eating a period, a chicken period.
Well, no.
What?
She's not gonna want to eat eggs anymore.
Yeah, no, that's disgusting.
So an egg, if you have a rooster, you have chickens and a rooster, that egg will turn into a chick.
Fertilizer it.
If you have just chickens with no rooster, that egg will just never develop into a chick.
Thank you, Daniela. You explained it clearly to me.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Oh,
You didn't know that?
see?
I knew.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So
Cause
no
she- 'cause she's
rooster,
been out on
it'll
the
stay. You
farm.
just scramble it.
Yeah,
Yep.
because literally my grandparents had probably 20 to 30 chickens just that roam and you go feed them.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day baby chicks popped up and then,
Yep.
but all the other times I had to go collect eggs.
Yeah.
So I never understood, nor did I ask, and nobody ever explained. And sometimes I don't ask because people make fun of you when you ask questions.
Should have asked that off there.
No, because she ended up being right.
So see, so yeah. So all right. Well, thank you guys. This was a great one. Until next time.
What came first?
Yeah, the chicken or the egg.
YouTube, like, subscribe, share, Instagram. Some of us have TikTok. Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it. Until next time. Bye.